A permanent race control system. Not only do we have myself and Joe, we also have YouTube Raiders, who's going to be our race control. In a couple seconds, I'm going to get these guys to say hi to you and introduce themselves. Then we're going to be able to get underway here. Starting out at Atlanta. I apologize, I just had my stream actually up in the background. In a couple of moments here, we should be ready to get going. The races today are going to be at California, Phoenix, and Charlotte Roval, I believe. The Roval should produce some very interesting racing. Hopefully we don't have nearly as many wrecks. We do, after that all, we have the new penalty system, so we might see drivers being a little more careful. We just have an independent race control, independent from the broadcast, so you guys can actually get a better view of the leaders, while we don't have to worry about talking about what's happening in the back. Our 3 races for today, just a reminder, are California, Phoenix, and the Roval. Roval is going to probably be pretty crazy, so we're going to go ahead and just get everybody signed in, and then we'll go ahead and get underway here in a second. And joining me in the commentary booth today, we have Joe, who's a returning commentator, and we have a new guest here who's going to be our penalty, our race control. You want to introduce yourself here, Joe?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another beautiful organized chaos here at season 3, week 2. We're going to be in California for the first race. I believe all 3 races are going to be on the West Coast today. I got a 6-pack of Busch Light right next to me. I mean, honestly, I can't think of a better combination than, beer and NASCAR. So we're ready to get this show on the road today.
And if you want to introduce yourself, this is our race control system. His name's YouTube Raiders. Go and give him a big hand.
Howdy.
He's going to be helping us to get penalties handed out because we're not always actually able to see what's happening in the back if we're going to spectate the leaders. Hopefully in a couple seconds here we should be able to get all our drivers loaded in and ready to go. Just a reminder, first race is going to be at California.
said, it's going to be in California. Hopefully it'll be a nice, clean race. Pretty excited to see what we got going on here. We got quite a bit of drivers this week. I believe we have the same crowd this week as we did last week, so that should be quite interesting. We'll see how many penalties we need to assess. Check out the situation that's going to be going on the field. It's going to be an exciting day. I suggest you grab some drinks, whether that's an alcoholic beverage or just a glass of water. It's going to be a good one today, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully we can get this race started here any moment now, probably within the next few minutes, and we'll get the show on the road.
Most definitely, these races are going to be certainly interesting, especially with our track selection for today. We're definitely going to see some incidents occurring at the Roval. If we recall, last 2 seasons, we've actually had a real struggle to be able to get these drivers safely around the Roval, even for a single lap. There have been a lot of collisions. Hopefully, though, now that we have our penalty system in place and that we have our new race control, we should be able to get these drivers driving a little bit more carefully, navigating some of those dangerous turns in the Roval. So hopefully we'll see a little bit less crashing and less incidents. Oh, it appears like they actually had to restart the lobby, so it might take us a few more moments. I apologize for the slight time delay. They might have loaded in the wrong person in first place, or what in the world is Straggle doing? It appears that Draggle's actually in his own race, but he's actually started a race on his own. If we look at the actual number of points in the races, currently we have Venomous in first place in the championship. Then we have Netflix followed by that. Then we have Finzo in third place. If we look at the number of team points, we have the Flex Seal team doing amazing for their first season in first place with 53 points. That's almost a full 20 points ahead of the next team, FedEx. If we also look at the Manufacturers Championship, Chevrolet is the only one that's not doing very well. We have both Toyota and Ford are tied for first place with 73 points each. We also we have a new drivers nation of origin points system, I believe, where we're telling where drivers race from, and that's based on, and then we calculate the number of points that they've earned. So the United States has 76 points in our championship, leading. I believe that's not super surprising because the majority of our drivers are actually from the United States, I believe. We also have England with 56 points following closely, and then Germany. We only have a couple of drivers from South Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Scotland, so unsurprisingly they're not actually in the top 3 positions. It does look like we have quite a packed field actually today. We have, I believe, 8 or 9 drivers here with us. Just a quick check-in race control. I believe Voodoo's actually also going to be in this race today. He's in the 99 car.
Yeah, Voodoo and Dan.
Okay, Dan in the 66 and Voodoo in the 99.
CBT.
Race is started. You guys can join whenever you want.
And that sounds really good. We're going to go ahead and get loaded in here. Hopefully we can have some interesting racing starting out in California. If we go ahead and get all loaded up in here. Perfect. And hopefully we didn't miss any of the first laps. Joe, are you ready?
I believe so.
Here goes nothing. Perfect. We did not miss anything. It looks like all the drivers are just getting loaded in here. We're going to go and get ready to race now.
Looks like social distancing is not required at today's race. That's always a good thing. That or we're going to have to start handing out masks.
We may have to consider doing that. It appears we have actually a field of 10. That's a lot better than our first early races back in the first championship series. Looks like the green flag is now falling in California with the 2 car taking a commanding lead. Uh-oh. Somebody got pushed under the grass. This, if that's any indicator of how the race is going to be going, then oh no.
We might already have a yeah, we might already
We've
have
already got a caution.
here.
Looks like FedEx is supporting a brand new livery actually in these races. I think it looks really cool with the orange and the purple there. Green flag is out. We have the 2 car still holding his lead. 14 is tucking back in behind him there. In second place, they come around through turn 1. We see the 69 low. So 14 is going to try and go higher on the 2 here. Looks like they're 3 wide now as they come around turn 2, that is. We see 69, the 2 falls back behind the 30 now.
Oh yeah. What a beautiful sight to be seeing here. Looks to be a pretty wide track on some of these turns. So.
Certainly, it looks like the 40 just stopped in the middle of the track here. Maybe that should be a little bit better. As we see the 30 car get pushed off the track there by the... look at that. Oh, what in the world? Looks like the 40 car is bugged out.
And not surprisingly, that's Draggle. Just stopped in the middle of the track.
It appears though the 69 is holding his lead off from the 14. I believe that's followed by the number 24 car. And that's another caution here in California. So I believe Fraser and J-Pen are on the same team then? Are they all both on AirFrog?
I don't believe so. Oh, yeah, maybe they are. I believe they are.
Yeah, I think, well, they're supporting similar paint, so they might not be both on AirFrog, but I thought they were on the same team or something. I don't know. Oh, we see J-Pen going low here as he's going to sneak by, I believe, the 14. It looks like they were 3 wide there, but they had plenty of space. This track is very wide, like Joe was just saying. We see the number 14 tucked back in front here. The 24 is the 30 tries to come around the 2 to try and get up into 4th place. It appears like they're slowing down. This is another caution. Looks like they threw yet another caution out.
Looks like cautions are going to be plentiful today, even on this wide track.
Most definitely. Oh, it looks like the 2 car just came up there and sent someone to the wall. So we're going to get back over here to the leaders of the race. It looks like the 2 car just sent the blow flash. I'm not sure actually what number he is, because it appears we don't have him noted down. Looks like the 24 is tucked up into 2nd place here. Outstanding performance from the 69, holding his lead off here from the advances from all of these drivers. Oh, never mind that. Looks like the 30 is actually in 1st place of the race. Who is the blow flash actually?
Who now?
Voodoo.
Oh yeah, it's Voodoo. Alright. See the green light here in California. Looks like, unfortunately, we've had one of our drivers disconnect. The number 40 car, I believe, is no longer in the race. You see the 14 going high of the 24, trying to tuck back in, or trying to tuck up into third place. We see it appears a 3 wide here, as the 14 bumps and pushes the 24 a little bit down on the track there. We see the 69 now going low on the 30. Is he going to get by him here, or is the 30 going to have the momentum on the exit? We're about to see here where the 69 is the battle for the lead here. We see the 69 tuck right in front effortlessly of the number 30 car, as the 30 car now drops back into second place. We see both the 14 and the 13 cars have already made their way past the 24. Those two are certainly teammates here. We see the 14, I believe that is, going high now. So we see the 13 tuck back in behind him.
It looks like number 30 is trying to make an advance here around that corner. Hugging that line. Man,
Most certainly.
Turns we make.
Yeah, the left turns are amazing. We see, I think we see the 69 made a mistake there, and I think he bumped the wall, which allowed the 40 certainly to get up next to him.
Time to crack another bush.
Oh, is that an okay.
Lead here. Oh my goodness.
We see the 30 right on the bumper here of the 69, as he's probably going to try something through these next couple of corners. 30's probably pushing really hard here to try and make up that distance, as we see the 30 go low here through turn 3. So 30's going to squeeze by him here. Is the 69 going to have the momentum on the exit, though? Appears the 69 might have not gotten quite as good of an exit as he wished for. As we see, the 30 is actually able to cut in front of him. 69's not going to be able to get that position up here. Taking a look back into third and fourth place, we have both of the FedEx drivers. I'm not actually certain which one is in which place because their car liveries are so similar. We can actually go back and take a look here at them. Quickly. We have the...
Got quite a bit of spacing going on right now. This might reduce the cautions we see, hopefully. I haven't seen one in about 3 laps. That might be a world record.
Certainly for our series, it's got to be a record. We do have the 14 car is up into third place at the moment, followed by his 13 teammate, who is in fourth here. These leaders certainly have built up a bit of a gap here. They're trying to push to keep up with each other. And we do see that working out here with the gap that they have between themselves and the 14 car. Not sure we are looking at the rest of the back of the pack. We could go quickly take a look back there, but it's a little bit more interesting up front as we see these two drivers battle it out to try and take the lead of this race. It appears that we have had the Blowflesh car, I believe, has gotten his way up into third there. Was that him in third? Looks like we have had some incident on the track that caused, appears that the number 13 is damaged. Or maybe it's the 14 car that's damaged. Yeah, it appears the 14 has been forced to, or not forced to pit. It appears he actually has pitted. We're going to go ahead and have these drivers quickly do their pit stops, and then hopefully we can actually get back to green flag racing. Like Joe was saying, that was actually pretty clean there for the first little bit of the race. Hopefully it'll continue to be clean like that, although we just did have a crash. Appears that these two FedEx drivers have dropped significantly back down the pack. Possibly, we saw the 14 had to complete a pit stop there because of damage, I believe. Looks like the 30 also completed his pit stop. That's going to mean that the 00 car, or well, it's a 99 car as we have it noted, has made his way up into third or second place. Actually, second starting as he drops back and loses a position out there. Loses another position as he goes high and makes a mistake. We see the 66 now pushing up as they're 3 wide now, as we see the 30 tuck all the way back up from first to fourth to first now. Yet again, we actually see these drivers are pretty clumped up here as we go 2 wide now. We've got the 00 car as the 69 actually falls back and loses out his second place. 69 made a huge mistake there going high as we see a ton of drivers able to sneak by him.
Yeah, looks like we got quite an interesting race here going on. A lot of cars trying to make some moves around this left turns here. Just trying to make the left turn a little bit shorter by hugging that bottom line there. It's going to make this race quite interesting here at this auto club here in California.
We appear another crash has happened. I was actually going to wait for I was waiting for one of those because we saw all those drivers right back there were really clumped up together. We saw them making a lot of very aggressive moves to try and make up the positions. While you're really clumped together, they're really making a lot of aggressive moves. The trade-off for that, though, is that they're likely to cause collisions. As we just saw, I believe there was a collision there. Hopefully our race control is able to get out penalties for the drivers who are driving too aggressively and pushing their cars too much, causing collisions and bringing out yellow flags.
Yeah, it was Phenite, number 10, self-inflicted.
Number 10, self-inflicted. All right. Oh, as we see the 3, maybe netcode, they came down and bumped into the number 2, or the number 99 car. Oh, as we see the 24 just spun the 99 there. And that collected, I believe, the number 2 as well.
You saw the 24 spin?
It was one of the green cars, whoever's got white on him. I don't know whether it was intentional, though, because you see, I think he spun him because he was right on his rear bumper. And then you saw the 99, his wheels, or the front of his car went to the left. And it just, once he went to the left, he just kind of collected him.
I saw the yellow car just spin. I don't know
what
happened.
Maybe it was netcode because I saw the 24 on the rear bumper of the 99. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can check in on the driver's briefing and maybe ask.
Yeah.
And we see the green flag falling here. We do have the 30 cars actually back up in the lead of the race. Followed by our 2 FedEx drivers, and I believe also the, is that the number 2 car, who is the orange and blue? Yes, it would be the number 2 car, I believe, who's the number, yes. Perfect. Number 2 car has made his way up actually into second place here. Followed by the 69, the Smiling Troll car. Just a reminder, in our championship lead here, we do have a Venom player, who is our number 30 car, actually. Taking another win in this race, if he were to, would certainly put him at a significant advantage in the championship. As we see him lose out first place to not only the number 2, but also the number 69, dropping back into third. Looks like the 69, though, and the 30 are really close here. As we see the 30 making a mistake here, as the 2 also makes a mistake, that's going to allow the 69 to get by here and take first place. 30's dropped back, continuing to hold second place, as we see the 30 trying to go high now on the 21, excuse me. It's a 21, not the 2 car. I believe the 2 is a blue car, actually, although I don't think he's in this race. We see the 21, rather, managing to defend his position from the 30. That's a 21 car of Finzo. Is Finzo new to this racing series, Joe? Because I believe this was one of Finzo's first races, and I haven't seen that livery actually a lot.
He's done a couple other races. He just hasn't been able to show up for every week.
Yeah.
Different reasons, but he's kind of new. He's definitely new to. I think he showed up towards the end of last season. I think the last couple races of last season, I believe he raced. But he still is a rather new racer, and he seems to be doing a decent job here today.
Yeah, we had actually, I believe last race you were talking about how we had really good, our new drivers were actually driving really well. Some in cases they were driving certainly more clean and better than our drivers who've been around for a while.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at the point spread right now. And it looks like number 30, who is just new to this season, is in the lead by a large amount. Let me double check here. I think that's for this season.
Yep, it would be the first one.
28 points, and he is in the lead, and he is new to this season, so
Most definitely. I believe he does probably have some prior experience on this game, as we see how easily he was able to take the lead of these races. This would be his second weekend then for racing. We see the 69 is managing to hold first place here from the 30 and the 21, as the 21 gets right on the bumper there of the 30. Hear a little bit of metal crunching there. Because I believe Voodoo hasn't actually raced in the championship either before, has he?
I believe he was in the championship last week, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I mean he was in the championship last week, but I don't believe he's raced in
I'm sorry, not last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
I don't believe he's. Oh, maybe he was. Okay, but yeah. Okay, so we've had certainly then a lot of new drivers who've come in and joined us, especially on that last final race of last season.
Yeah, we had a couple new people join towards the end of last season. We did crown a champion at the end of last season. We've also had quite a bit new players come in this season. Number 30 being one of them, and as I stated a minute ago, he's in the lead so far this season with 28 points. As to what it looks like, he is in the lead for points this year. He's also in the lead for wins this year. So he's off to a great start for this third season here, week 2 of the third season.
Most definitely. I believe the 30, like we said, probably has some experience because he's able to just take, like a lot of these drivers who have a lot more actual championship hours than him, he's still able to continue to hold the leads. Looks like we did have a bit of a crash there as a number 21 car hit the wall, as well as I believe the number 14 got damaged, and it looks like another couple cars were collected in that one. Looks like the 30 is either past him right as a caution occurred, in which case they'll hand that spot back, or the 30 was actually able to get by just before the caution, in which case the 30 will have the lead of this race. Like you were saying, this 30 is really a great driver.
Ronan 13 hit 21, caused the crash.
Alright, that's another penalty.
Time to hand out the band hammer.
Hopefully we don't have to ban anyone from this season. We could make like an agreement where if you go negative you get banned or something, like for a race ban or something.
Number 69 looks like I must have missed something. I was too busy looking at the point spread. Looks like we had a yellow caution there.
Yeah, we did. It looks like the 21 just got punted up into the wall there. As you see it go green, we actually had the number 99 up into first place, as it looks like some of these drivers completed pit stops. Followed by the number 10 of Phenite, as it looks like a 30 is actually going to go high, and looks like he's going to get by at least the number 10 of Phenite.
Yeah, Phenite is definitely, I believe number 10 is also a new racer for this season. In fact, I think this might be his first race today. I don't believe he was with us last week. I think today is his very first race.
I think they brought out the caution after 2 turns.
Yeah, we were doing well for a while, as I stated earlier. I think we had a world record for as many laps as we have without a yellow caution there, but looks like we're not going to keep up with that.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Green flag here.
It does look like you were saying, I believe the number 10 is new to the series. I haven't seen his car around, so he probably is pretty new. But he's still managing to do...
No, this is his first race. I'm almost positive. Number 10, this is...
we see a spin there for the 14 car, I believe that is.
That.
Yeah, I just saw him spinning there. Just trying to focus on a couple of these drivers up here.
That, or if he just spun out on his own. Looks like number 00s. He is not new. That is, he used to have the number 99. I'm not sure why he switched numbers this week. Not sure why that is.
Yeah, 21, Benzo spun the 13.
Alright. So it's a trade then. It's 13 spun the... Yeah. Still going to hand out penalties though. We have the 24 actually made his way up into third place here, but he's not going to be able to hold that position off. Looks like the number 10...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you can go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to point out the fact that I'm actually very interested on what number 10 is going to do today, as he is a new driver. Seems to be hanging in there pretty good. Looks like he's up in the front of the pack. I think we've only issued him 1 strike today, so I would... then again, we're only on our first race of, I believe, 3 today. So, so far so good. He definitely is a new guy out on the track. but has definitely been keeping up with the pack and has been staying on the track pretty nicely today. Been taking those left turns like a champ, so it's a good thing. Even if you didn't know how to do any right turns, it's a good thing because we only do left turns here today. So
I believe we're going to have the unfortunate event of having right turns actually in the Charlotte Roval. Oh, it looks like that's a big crash there as we see the number...
Wow, yeah, we had a huge pile up back there.
Uh-oh. All right, let's take a look here. We have
huge pile up. Number 0 looks like got the worst of that. That would be Voodoo. It used to be number 99. Looks like he's pretty banged up there.
Voodoo 0 spun the 13.
And he ended up getting most of the damage himself.
Not really sure what kind of car that is. I'm not really sure what his paint job is. Is that Hardee's, the restaurant?
It appears that it's actually one of the stock ones that comes with the game. I don't believe he manufactured or made his own.
Oh, roger that.
Yeah. It appears, like you were saying, though, that number 10 has done a really great job in this race. Really great job at staying up there with the drivers, and especially for his first race, he's been able to do a really good job of keeping up with the rest of the pack. I'd be surprised if he's not challenging for wins either next season or towards the end of the season.
That bottom end there. Real interested to see where he's going to come in at the end of today, if he can manage to get some... Ooh, speaking of number 10,
as we see the number 10, he goes off onto the apron there and comes back onto the track.
I don't think anyone caused that.
Yeah, I think that was just a driver mistake. We see the number 30 here. We're gonna actually have to see what the...
brought out a yellow flag there for his spin out. I'm not, again, I don't think anyone caused that. I think he just spun out over there.
Oh, what in the world? Did the 69 forget to hit the gas pedal there?
Would have been number 14, and yeah, sometimes cars lag a little bit.
Yeah.
Gas pedal doesn't work. I know J-Pen had an issue with that last week. I don't think we should assess any sort of penalties for that.
Yeah, certainly. We didn't do it last week, so I believe...
Looks like number 0 I think we should assess a penalty to number double 0.
Yeah, I think the double 0 kind of pushed the 21 up into the wall there, and the 21 just kind of came down. I had to, like, try and navigate that, but...
Yeah, I would definitely give a penalty or a strike to number double 0 for that.
Double 0, strikes are out. On the points.
Alright, you should go ahead and notify him in the driver's briefing. Dude, Voodoo's gonna get so mad. Voodoo got mad at me when I tried to give him a penalty or a strike last time.
Well, that's the name of the game, folks. If you can't play the game, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Alright, we see a... We see a green flag out here as a 21. Now the 2 car now is up in the second place. Getting a little bit bumped there by the 69. 30's managing to hold his lead. Oh, that's not good. The 69 got right on the rear quarter panel of the 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring out the paddle for that one.
As we see the 13 tucking up.
Looks like number 69 should be assessed a penalty. Oh,
no, I don't.
Number 69 and number 2.
I don't think the 69 was at fault. Well, I think the 69 was at fault, but it didn't cause a yellow flag there. Did it?
Well, I think it is now. There definitely going to be a yellow flag now for that.
Yeah, number 2's for spinning himself out, causing an accident.
Oh, we were going to give it to the 69 because the 69 was bumping the number 2 back there. I
believe 69 hit him, which caused him to lose control.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I think that's what we saw.
Number 69 should get a penalty for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look up at the leaders here. We do want to be... See the green flag out here. The number 13 is up in a second here. Oh, well, holding second, rather. We see the 21 trying to come low now. Looks like the 21 of Finzo is going to be able to get by here.
Number 30's got another commanding lead here. That's I'm not too surprised. Seems to be a pretty good racer. We have quite a few nice racers in the game here today. Number 21's trying to make a lead here. Someone's got to get the left side of the shorter turn here. Looks like number 21 is going to try to get the turn here. Number 30 is going to try to hug that, but without cutting him off. Looks like number 21's, I don't know what the hell he's doing. Looks like he's riding the berm there. I don't know if we're assessing penalties for that.
No, we don't assess penalties, I believe, for going below the white. I mean, if it's a dip below the white, I think if you're racing on the apron, we're probably gonna give you a penalty for it. But and then again, we're not the actual race control anymore, so that's up to YouTube.
Looks like number 21 has now got a lead here.
Yeah, it looks like
the third.
a big mistake there from the 30 cost him both first and second place. So we now see that 21, and I believe that's a 13 here battling out. 21 is Finzo here. As we see the 13 actually up into the lead of this race for the first time here. Oh, as he
whoever that is up in the front's getting a little pushy. Number 13, you better watch it. Getting a little pushy up there.
As we see a yellow flag come out. Not sure whether that was for a collision that we see in the back here. I don't see anyone actually having crashed back here.
I don't think
was
a
that
yellow flag.
I believe the number 10. I'm pretty sure it's yellow. Yeah, they're definitely slower than they should be. Maybe the 10 I think went off into the grass or something. I'm not sure. YouTube, do you remember whether did you see that in the back?
Somebody in the back ran into the grass.
Yeah.
But didn't damage anyone or himself.
All right,
so
that's fine.
I'm not sure. I'll just.
Yeah. Just we don't normally get penalties if they don't like damage anyone else.
Oh, yep, they're good.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like the race finished under caution actually.
They did.
Yeah.
I don't even know who came in the lead.
Race over.
Race is over. Yeah. Unfortunately, the problem is we're not actually ever able to see who's actually in the lead of the race.
I think number 21 might have taken that dub there.
I believe it was a number
If I'm
21
not
car.
mistaken.
It was. Oh, it appears. I think it was the 13 who managed to get by there. The number 13 is not anywhere else in our list, so I think the 13 managed to get first. As you see, the problem is it only shows us.
It should put your position in the lobby.
Here, I think we can do that. Oh, there we go. Yes, we have the 13. Well done to the 13 winning his first race of... I think that's his first race ever. We see the 13 in first place, then followed by the number 21 car, who's that teal, blue, and orange car. Followed by the championship leader in third, who's our number 30 car. And then in fourth, we had our... Who is this? Smiling Trolls, the 69 car, yeah. And then we had our... couple of our new racers here. We had... Where's our newest racer here?
Number 10, Phoenite, is a new race. Came in 9th.
Unfortunately, he came in... Yeah, I believe it was unfortunately in last place, though.
It's your
Oh yeah, that would be last place because no one else.
What are you saying?
You're doing the points, right? You're writing down the points?
Yeah, I'll just hit Windows print screen.
Okay.
Hopefully that takes a screenshot then. I'll just send them to JPen. Perfect. We're going to go and back out of this lobby now, so we can go ahead and get underway here with the second race of today. Second race of the day, I believe, is supposed to be at Phoenix. Hopefully that's going to be just as interesting as this one was. We certainly saw quite the interesting race here today. FedEx taking quite a bit of points there from the win from the number 13 car. Joe, I didn't see the 13 winning. That was quite a bit of a surprise there, wasn't it?
Front towards the end there, he was able to get a couple nice passes towards the end, but looked to be a pretty nice race we have there. Congratulations to number 13 for taking the lead there. I believe that's his first win of the season.
Yeah, it would be. I believe it's also his first win, actually, ever in our championship series. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that might be one of his, if not his first. We could look back, actually, over the points from older seasons, if we'd like. Back.
Yeah, see, I'm actually reaching a problem here in the booth here. I only bought a 6-pack of Busch Light, and we got 3 races, and I'm already down 3 beers, so...
Uh-oh, you're going to have to ration it out?
3 beers a race here. I was hoping to get a little bit more action in, but we'll figure out the situation as it evolves.
So I believe if we look at here, let's go back and look at our points from first races here. We've got Ronin won. Ronin's raced with us before, I believe. I'm sure he has. He was entered into the series here, so not into the first series. I believe he might be in our second series. That's race week 3. Here is our second series. See, that's team points. And here we've got... Has Ronin raced with us before? I'm sure he has. Because we remember his, I think we've seen his car before, actually, a couple of times. I could be mistaken, though.
So now do we leave and wait until it gets tickets.
Yeah, so now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and leave the lobby.
Yeah, I got it.
And then you back out, and then as soon as it'll say like at race day. Well, they'll tell you to come in and join us, or they'll tell you to come in and join. But basically, as soon as they join into a race, you go ahead and hop in the lobby and you can spectate it. Yeah.
Okay, so I briefed the drivers on the strikes. Do you want me to go over it?
Sure, we can go over it quickly with the viewers.
Okay, so A-Pen, number 30, 0 strikes. Fraser, number 2, with 1 strike. J-Pen, number 24, with no strikes. Popcorn, number 14, with 1 strike. Ronan, number 13, with 1 strike. Troll, number 69, with 1 strike. Draggle, number 40, with 1 strike. Finzo, number 21, with 1 strike. Phenite, number 10, with 1 strike. Voodoo, number 0, with 3 strikes. Dan, 66, no strikes.
Certainly not very good. Was Voodoo's response interesting to that?
He was just not having a good day.
Yeah, Voodoo gets, I tried to give Voodoo a penalty last race, and I hopped into the driver's briefing, and he was like, What? That was him!
Yeah, but some good racing. I'm coming to you.
Yeah, most definitely. Really good racing here. So as soon as we're hopefully getting loaded in here really quickly, I apologize, sometimes these load times take a while, and we can't actually, because we have to back everybody out, and we have to go ahead and do them according to their fastest lap time. I hope one of them has it down. If not, I can send them screenshots if we need it. I believe, though, should be alright. It'd be nice if they had a feature where we could actually just join as a spectator regardless and not have to wait for them to start the race, but unfortunately this game is no longer being worked on, as they just are working on their new titles because they want to make a bunch of money. They have Heat 5, which is their 2020 season, I believe. However, Heat 4, we still use this one. We see 11 out of 20 players. I believe everybody's in now. Hopefully we should be able to go ahead and get started. Do we have any... Oh, I believe we do have another driver here. We have Netflix, who's just joined in race control in the number 19 car. Certainly a stark contrast to what we originally had in the series, where we had races with like 4 or 5 drivers. Now we're consistently getting over 10, maybe even sometimes 12 or 13 drivers here in these races. Certainly is a lot nicer now that we have some more drivers. We can get a little bit more action. We get a little bit more diversity in the championship fight, where we see different drivers coming and leaving in the lead. Unfortunately, this season it looks like it's been mostly dominated from one of our new drivers. Hats off to him. He's doing a really great job here in this season. We see... his name is Venomous, I believe. Venomous
yeah, he's
player.
doing a good job today.
He's in the number 30 car.
Actually, the past couples.
Looks like
couple races.
Certainly, it looks like Netflix is actually not that far behind him. So maybe see a little bit of challenging going out between those two in this race, try and take the lead of the championship. We see Finzo's actually in 25th or 25 points in 3rd place in the championship. Surprisingly, J-Pen's actually back down in 6th place in the championship. Normally he does pretty well. I think he won. Did he win? Did he win last week's? Oh, Troll won last season. All right.
I went to grab some snacks. Is the lobby loaded?
Unfortunately, the lobby's not loaded in yet. Taking them just a little bit. Sometimes it takes them a little while because they got to work out Sometimes they make a mistake and then they have to have one driver leave and one driver has to come back, and it takes them a while to do that when they have a mistake with the order. I might actually head up there and make sure that they have the right order, if not, because I have snips of it. I'll come back in 1 sec. I'm just gonna head up into the race chat. You guys do have the you guys do have the correct order, right?
240
Renewable energy.
my own troll.
JPen, you guys have the right order, right?
We were all set on in terms of order.
Alright, perfect. Alright, it appears that they are all set up, I believe, here in terms of order. So we should be able to get ready going here in a sec. So we have 12 drivers now with us, because I think we do now. Perfect. Because there's Dan, Ronan, Phoenix, Netflix, Fraser, Finzo, Phenite, Dr. Draggle, Venomous, Smilin'. Alright. Looks perfect. Hopefully we should be ready to get underway here in a couple seconds, so you guys don't have to wait too long again for a couple of these races to load in. This should be hopefully interesting. I think we have raced at Phoenix before, but I'm not sure we remember it. It's not quite as an eventful race, or not quite as eventful as a race like the Roval will be. That's actually happening today, just after Phoenix, and then that's going to be our break here. And then the next week when we come back, we're going to be racing at Iowa, Canadian Tire, and Eldora. Eldora is actually going to be a trucks race with a 75 laps, so a little bit longer. Some of our other races, I believe that's just because the track's shorter. Also, Phoenix is also going to be fairly short here. We do have Bristol's going to be in a couple weeks here coming up, week 4. That's definitely going to be an interesting race. Hopefully, with the new penalty system, we see less crashes actually at Bristol. Although it is kind of fun that Bristol tends to be a wrecking fest. And our finale, like always, is going to be at Talladega. We did add a couple of new tracks here to the season, and I think we took a couple away. I think we added an extra week.
Smaller announcer, buddy. We're ready for you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Looks like we're going to go ahead and get joined in here as the race starts now at Phoenix. Let's go ahead and go to race day. Perfect. I think we added an extra week. Week 6 now is in the season. Yes, we did add 6 more. So it's a 6-week season now. So we get ready to get all these drivers loaded in. If you are interested, we can invite. If you are interested in joining the fsATC Discord server, we should have a link to it in the chat. We'll also have a link to it in the YouTube upload of this video. We are having an event that's actually going to occur. It's called Cross the Puddle, where we fly aircraft and simulators from Gander over to Shannon or Keflavik in Iceland, I believe it is. That's going to be an event that should be a lot of fun. We're going to have quite a few air traffic controllers on for that. Not only do we do NASCAR Racing Series, but we also have flight simulator stuff, as well as various other events that happen. Looks like green flag actually just went out there. We see the 30 car up in the first place actually already. This track is certainly very narrow here on this back straight, as we see a lot of bumping occurring. So we see another yellow flag's actually already out. What a shame. Hopefully we're going to actually have a little bit of interesting racing. No worries.
You got a stream, sir.
Oh, I do? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Whoops. Wait, how did I stop that? Oh, it's because I went up into the top. Alright, I apologize. We had the number 30 car. Still in the lead. What in the world is he doing there? Are we going to count the cutting
Looks
across?
like the player's just going to cut the turn there and just say hell with it. We're going to make this track bigger than what it hell with this small track. We're just going to make it wider on the turn.
Yeah, it looks like they are cutting the corners there. I think that might be
very, very narrow on that turn there.
Yeah, right out of the back straight, there's just no room to maneuver. I think we might see quite a bit of collisions here.
Ticket Guardian here at Phoenix, Arizona, the very hot and dry Phoenix, Arizona.
I believe this is a new track, because I don't remember seeing it before.
I believe it is a new track for this season.
Yes, for the championship, yeah. Because we added our extra week, so we needed 3 more tracks probably to fill. As we see the number 30 followed by the 21, similar to what the last race looked like about midway through, followed by 69. Green flag is actually out now, as we see drivers continuing to just cut willy-nilly and not even try and go for that turn. Not sure whether that's legal. That's up to our race control whether we want to allow that or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Might want to go up there and tell them I'm going to bring out the paddle if they keep doing it.
We see the 30 actually getting a little bit of distance here, but probably going to be another yellow, so it's not going to actually make a ton of difference. Oh! Yep. It's almost perfect timing because yellow flag's out, and we saw... Uh-oh. 30 lost a bunch of traction there. Uh-oh, this is certainly not going quite as it was planned.
Did you guys see what happened? Camera views on this.
I saw someone spinning. I recommend that you actually look at the driver camera or the third-person camera of the cars. That tends to be pretty good at seeing what happens. Look at one of the back drivers, like way in the back. As we see the drivers continuing to cut these corners, do you want to address them and say whether that's all right or not?
I probably will.
All right.
It doesn't seem to be causing any accidents.
Yeah.
But if they do it, if they start doing it like after the caution is done.
Uh-oh, that's another incident. I have a feeling we're going to actually see some significant penalties here.
Finzo strike 3 out of strikes. I'm gonna go up.
All right.
Yeah, time to bring out the paddle.
Certainly, this is actually almost worse than Bristol, I think. This track is like Bristol, but longer and more narrow in some places, I think. We see them all slowing down here as a caution come out. Everybody's all lined up here, getting ready to go. We see the number 30 is still holding first, followed by the 69 in second. Green flag out. Anything could really change in this race, though, with the way this track and the race is going, particularly. Hopefully we...
just cutting the corners there. I'm not sure that is allowed. I really don't...
I'll go up.
I don't think that's allowed. I think you're supposed to stay above the yellow line.
I'll go out during the next caution.
Yeah, just check with them to see if we're going to allow that or not, if they want to allow it. Because I think it hasn't caused any incidents, and it certainly makes it probably a little bit less actually likely that they're going to have an incident, but we can just decide if you want to allow it or not.
Okay, this caution, number 40.
Number 40. It's a strike for the number 40?
Number 40, what a surprise.
Actually, surprisingly, he has been doing really well. Like last race, well, he was gone actually for most of the last race, so... I guess that's,
so that
yeah,
doesn't count.
doesn't really.
And he did stop in the middle of the track.
Yeah, I don't think that was him for actually stopping. I think that might have been netcode because you saw him like...
Okay, cut that
so
corner.
according to the racers, it's totally fine. So.
Alright, we're gonna allow it then.
Alright.
You gotta ask J-Pen.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be allowed. I think you're supposed to stay above the yellow line. I think that's the whole reason why it's there.
Oh, we see a spin from the 40 there.
Head on into that berm right there. Holy cow.
That's a big incident there.
Hopefully they're alright. That would look dangerous.
I think that was self-inflicted.
Yes, that was self-inflicted, but that was a dangerous impact right on the edge of that berm there.
Thankfully, we do have some really hard-working virtual first responders here in-game. Hopefully they'll take care of him.
Long live the first responders. See, I don't think that should be allowed. I don't. I think that completely kills the point of the track. But, I mean, I'm not in charge of...
Oh,
I don't
we
think that
see...
should be allowed.
Oh, I think we saw a little bit of an incident there, as it looks like the 24, maybe it was a 2 car.
Number 10 shoved the 21, which shoved the 24.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think it should be allowed either, but I guess it's alright for now. I mean, we probably don't want to...
Talk to J-Pen.
Alright. Yeah, I'll do it during next caution period.
I agree with Joe, so...
Yeah. Alright, so I can head up... Oh, Joe's actually doing it now. Perfect. Or as we see everybody completing yet again another caution lap. I assume most of these laps in this race are probably going to be completed under caution. This is similar to how it normally goes when we have our races at Bristol. Although we see quite a bit of wrecking, it tends to not be quite as interesting because we just sit around and wait for drivers to complete their pit stops. We see everybody already lined up here back at the grid. These instant lineups are super helpful. As we get ready to go green, we see a bunch of drivers now cutting, as it looks like the 40 doesn't cut there. The 40, I think the 40 and the 19 are actually racing for the same team because they have very similar color schemes. Maybe not, though. As we see the 30s managing to hold first place, followed by the number 69, and then in third, I think we have the number... Who is that? So number 14? 13. The 13 car. Perfect.
Hey, who's the number 19? Netflix, the new guy?
Number 19 is Netflix, yeah.
Okay. Strike one.
Alright. Yeah, he has, I think he's second place in the championship at the moment, but he's probably not gonna keep it if number 30 continues to hold up and win these races here. So number 30, I believe, is a member of fsATC team, actually. Hopefully, we can get actually everybody's team affiliation out before next race so that we actually can tell you who's on which team, so that we can be able to determine.
Yeah, number 30's going to be on the fsATC team. He's doing really well. Looks like we have Looks like it's a FedEx car right behind.
Yeah, so you got 69 and then the 13, I believe, is in third place. So you have the 69. Is the 69 a FedEx car?
No, I don't believe so. I think number 69's on the fsATC team.
Alright. So fsATC is actually doing really well then. Oh, geez, I completely missed those banners.
And then the last one was 69 self-inflicted.
Yeah. And then we have Dan. Whose team is Dan racing for? Because he's green, but I don't think he's racing for AirFrog. I don't know. We'll find out eventually, and then we can get that information. As we see a bit of bumping there, that's going to help the 30 get a little bit of a gap here between himself and the 69 car. The 21 tucks back in. I think we have another caution. These drivers really need to get a lap done under green, otherwise this race is just going to go on forever.
Yeah, I believe the 2 spun the 69.
Certainly going to be a lot of penalties handed out here. It is quite a shame because some of these tracks we do tend to get a lot of penalties handed out for, but oh well. Hopefully it helps these drivers be a little bit safer next time. Pushing the car too hard. We see the 30 now, starting out pretty well. I think it's actually in the interest of the leader to do this where they go below the yellow because the leader gets a way better run on that than the rest of the drivers do. As we see the 21 here come low and below the 30. As we see the 21, I think it's going to sneak by him here. Unless there's a caution. Which, of course, there is a caution. Certainly been a lot of cautions in this race. Hopefully it's not going to be quite as bad in a little bit here. Let me get a little bit cleaner of racing. Certainly, though, the 21 did get up in his first place from the race, as we see green flag yet again here in Phoenix. Green flag is out. We see a couple of these drivers trying to go as low as possible. I don't think that actually works very well for them, though. So we see the 30, I think, is actually able to... Uh-oh, that sounded like a bit of a collision there. Not sure what was going on back there in the pack. So it looks like caution's out yet again. What a shame it is, because they can't complete a single lap.
Yeah, looks like this track is taking a toll on these guys. That's for sure. For sure, dude.
Most definitely. We do see the 30 is... I think the 30 got by the 21 there. Just barely. Green flag out again. Certainly not the most interesting fun race we've had here. I think we might have to consider... I'm not sure what other tracks we actually aren't going to be racing on, but this one seems like it's a bit of a challenge for these drivers. We might have been... Oh, it looks like that was another accident there. As someone, I think, has mistakenly entered pit road and brings out another caution. These cautions do get a little bit more relaxed, but even in an incident like that, I'm pretty sure we're still going to throw cautions for that. Green is out.
Yeah, and I'm just getting word here from the headquarters that I might not be able to join the last race here. I got some things to take care of, but we're going to finish up this race. But headquarters is telling me I got something else to take care of.
That's perfectly fine. We have
hey, number 2, strike 3 is out of strikes.
Alright, you want to go ahead and let him know in the...
Yeah.
Ay. Certainly been a lot of strikes handed out, and we certainly see these drivers just getting a lot of accidents here.
This track looks to be pretty hectic on these guys, which I'm not really too surprised. This track seems to be, I wouldn't say it's narrow, but it's pretty short. Looks like there's a lot of, no joke intended, but it seems to be a lot of left turns that are very tight.
Yeah, certainly a lot of...
Very tight through. It looks like we got a wipe out there in the background, it would have looked like.
Yeah.
Still taking a commanding lead here. Hugging that line there. I wouldn't be surprised if number 30 walks away with this win today. I would be more surprised if he didn't. I'm not sure how many laps. I don't think we have the full 500 laps on today's Ticket Guardian here in Phoenix. I'm not sure what the lap count is.
I believe it's 70 for the race, but I could be mistaken. I think a couple of the drivers are actually streaming it in the driver's briefing if you want to take a look at what lap we are actually on.
Roger that.
Unfortunately, though, we have had to complete almost all of them under caution. Looks like the 30 is still managing to hold the lead. Like Joe was saying, 30's done a really good job here of keeping the lead. Surprising if the 30 doesn't actually win it. Although last race we did see something...
penalty assessed to Draggold big time on that race, on that accident. I just witnessed that. That will definitely be a penalty for number 40 there.
Is it number 40?
Number 40 would be Draggold.
I witnessed J-Pen 24 get smashed into the wall.
Draggold initiated by pretty much slamming on his brakes there on the corner.
Okay. Thanks for the insight. Draggold, strike 3 out of strikes. I'm gonna go up.
Alright. Wow, this is the most strike 3 out of 3 we've ever heard. Normally it's like one car that gets 3 strikes, and then we never actually have to hand out any penalties, but looks like we're going to actually end up handing some out here. I don't know about you, but it's certainly a lot easier not having to worry about penalties, trying to hand them out while we race. I think some of these drivers might be a little bit annoyed, though, because it's a little bit tighter, but that's good because we want cleaner racing here. Occasional wreck is always kind of fun to watch, but we certainly want to have clean racing, and we really want to see these drivers push their cars to the limits while still trying to be able to control them so they don't cause incidents and get strikes. As it sounds like we hear tires squealing there, as it looks like someone went off track. I'm not sure what the lap count is actually at the moment here.
Alright, so we got approximately 25 laps remaining in today's race. I just got the word from headquarters.
25. Alright. And
looks like they got quite of a show going on up there in their chat, to say the least.
Probably a fair bit of arguing over collisions and stuff. We should have we could have an unaired driver's briefing, or we could have an aired driver's briefing at some point if we'd want, just for kind of fun. I think we've done it. I think I've done it before, but that was only because we threw out so many cautions in a race that it was kind of pointless to have these.
I would have to assume that that turn is causing a lot of problems for these drivers. It's just an unorganized turn. I think that's what's causing so many cautions to be flagged. It seems to be right when they're doing that turn.
Yeah, the one at the beginning when they just go green.
Yeah, it seems to be. I'll point it out when we get to the turn here, but I'll show you where I'm almost certain is where all the incidents are occurring or beginning to occur. Is at this? I believe it's the next turn coming up here. It seems to be that's where all the chaos, because everyone's making different angles into the turn, which is causing people to. It's going to be this turn right here. See where everyone cuts off down into here?
Yeah,
I think it's causing most of the problems in there.
Yeah, so if you want, we can go and restrict that turn now, because it looks like these drivers come up. Yeah, most definitely. So if you want, we can go and restrict that, then we can go ahead and tell JPEN to restrict it, because it's causing a lot of accidents.
Yeah, I'll go up and say something to headquarters.
Hopefully when we get that fixed up, we should have less crashes. We should actually be able to get some decent racing here. I know it has been quite a few crashes, and we only have a couple of laps left, but hopefully in the last few laps we can get a little bit of clean racing in, depending on what they decide on, whether they actually want to do it. We will end up seeing how this goes. Green flag is out. It looks like the 30 has actually dropped back. Here's a 21, and the 2 car are in the lead of the race at the moment. We see the 21, and it looks like the 19 is also pushing up into the lead of the race, or trying to push up into at least past the 30 car. As we see the number 19 bump the rest of the 30 cars. The 30 car comes up and pushes the 19 to the wall. I don't think that was...
I just got a word from headquarters. It looks like they are going to constrict that turn a little bit. I think most of them agreed that's where most of the accidents are happening, is when they're coming out of that turn. And
yeah, because all the drivers are coming up on the track trying to merge with the other ones who stayed up there. And we see we're all getting ready here for a green flag now. So 21 and the 30 are clashing here. Looks like 21 continue to dip a little bit low there, but as they restrict the turn, certainly a little bit better here. Certainly a lot better. That's really nice. Now we have no more collisions coming out of there. Hopefully we should be able to actually get clean racing. Simple restriction of that turn is going to...
Notice that is that's where all the accidents seem to be happening, is around that turn. So it does definitely, at least with that one, it definitely seemed to help. Yeah,
at least now they can get around there. It does look like we had a little bit of a whoopsie out of the exit of the back straight there. Not sure exactly what happened there. We can't exactly always see every angle, but it looks like we did have a little bit. I heard some tires squealing back there and some metal crunching. Looks like someone might have had a bit of a collision back there. Looks like we're getting back up and ready to go green. I imagine this race is certainly has to be winding down at some point, because we do have, you said 20 laps left. I'm sure we've completed at least 10 of those. At least 10 under caution, probably. Might end up going into overtime, actually. I recall we've had a couple of races like this on short tracks, which do end up going into overtime. As we see the 30 car actually managing to hold first here. If the 30 car wins this race, he's definitely going to have quite a lead in the championship. We saw a big spin in the back there. Go take actually a look back there as we see, I think the 2 car went into the wall there.
19 out of strikes.
19 is out of strikes. All right, you want to go let him know?
Yeah.
All right. See, certainly a very interesting race here. We're going to go ahead and hopefully it's very interesting for you guys. We do have quite a few cautions, which could get a little bit boring after some point. We are going to go ahead and get our pit stops handed out, pit stops completed rather, and we're going to go ahead and hopefully be able to get green and complete a couple of laps here so we can finish this race up. Hopefully the Charlotte Roval will actually be cleaner than this, although I highly doubt that considering our last Roval performances. We had quite a few significant incidents that didn't allow us to complete many laps around the Roval under green. Oh, it looks like an immediate spin off the line there.
Constructed, they took that turn too sharp again, and they had an accident.
Yeah.
Number
the
10
end there.
sideswiped. I think it was a 21.
I think
Yeah,
we should
21
start
is
assessing
fine.
penalties if they're going to start taking that turn too sharp.
Yeah, do you want me to start like giving penalties? for
Just
yellow
let
line?
them know and say
They
like,
can
you know, if
go
we
the yellow line, but if they're going to go, you know, if they're going to start making that shortcut again, we need to start assessing strikes because I believe they all came to agreement that they're going to restrict that. See how they're all coming down over that?
yeah, so
They'll
just
be
let
all
them
agreeing to
know.
that.
Let them know and
I'll,
say like next
I'll
lap.
go down and let them know after the next caution.
Right. We see the 30 did end up going way low there. I think a couple drivers didn't, so the rest of them were kind of like screw it that they must as well to try and get that competitive advantage. Here's a lot here. We hear a lot of metal crunching there in the back as they get really constricted on that back straight. The back straight is really small on this track, really narrow actually as well. See a lot of incidents occurring. All right, just go ahead and let them know then that next time they cross the line that if they go below, it's going to be a penalty.
Mouse. So I did speak to them.
Alright, hopefully that gets the issue resolved then, and none of them are going to cut the track anymore. As we see them actually doing alright here. Oh, that sounded like more metal actually back there. Might be a little bit more of an incident as... Is that going to bring in another caution?
It's time to whip out the breathalyzer again.
Probably, as we see the number 99 or the number 0, as you were seeing him, with a bent up front there, as well as it looks like damage on the 14 car as well. Not a great day for FedEx, as I believe both of their drivers are in last place.
Yeah, not a good day. That's not a good brand for FedEx there, that's for sure.
Going from winning last season to actually not doing too well this one. I mean, we did have their driver going from winning now to last place. A little bit inconsistent there.
Well, they are missing one of their better drivers. Number 11, Asiana, was not able to make it today.
Yeah. We did have
benefit of the doubt.
Ronan won that race, and now he's in last place. A little bit of quite a stark change. Oh, actually, it appears that the number 10's actually in last place. As we see number 30 still managing to hold first, followed by the 21 and the 69. Actually, what I'm surprised about is how J-Pen's actually stuck in the middle of this race. Normally he's actually way up there at the front.
The green car right there went below that, way below that yellow line. I think it's time to assess a penalty to that.
Yeah, perhaps. We can't exactly see it because by the time the leaders are around that corner, the camera angle will switch. But yeah.
Assessing number 2 penalty.
And it appears that we have hopefully we're going to finish under caution actually, because otherwise this race is just going to go on forever. Oh, it looks like we did finish under caution. Hopefully, at the Roval, it'll be a little bit less crazy than this if we want to go ahead and...
Who came in first place because it was under caution.
In first place, we've got Venom, so the 30 car. In second, we have Ronan, the number 21. I'm going to actually take screenshots of this.
Ronan came in first place on the last match. He's doing pretty well today, that's for sure. Actually, go up again. I think it might have refreshed.
Nope. Oh, Finzo.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Finzo's
Did
in.
refresh.
Oh.
Finzo came in second. Ronan came in third. That's still very nicely done.
Perfect. Now we have screenshots. So we see, yeah, so perfect job there from number 30 car. I think he held the lead of that race for almost the entire race. We also see number 21, Finzo, did a very good job with second. And in third, we had Ronan. What in the world? We had Ronan in third? Ronan went from last to third now. Alright, certainly a very interesting race. We have these results saved over, and they should actually, hopefully, have a little bit of an impact on some of the championship standing. Probably won't be a super large impact on what's happening actually in the higher levels of the championship, as we saw that number 30 win this race, so he's probably going to keep first. But we may see a little bit of change up here with who's in fourth through like eighth in the championship. Other than that, race control, how many penalties did you have to hand out, and to who? Not strikes, just...
Do you want me to... Oh, just penalties?
Yeah, just penalties.
Only 2 penalties, 1 to Draggled and 1 to Fraser.
Alright.
In
And
total. Other than that, strikes are practically all filled up, so Roval's going to be interesting.
yeah, certainly. So almost every driver has 3 strikes?
I can go over it with you.
Alright, sure. We can just do that quickly for the viewers.
Yeah, Apen number 30 with 0 strikes. Fraser number 2 with 3 strikes, 1 point off. J-Pen number 24 with 0 strikes. Popcorn 14, 1 strike. Ronan 13, 1 strike. Troll 69, 2 strikes. Draggled 40, 3 strikes and 1 point off. Finzo 21 with 3 strikes. V-Knight number 10 with 2 strikes. Voodoo number 0 with 3 strikes actually. Dan 66 with no strikes, and Netflix 19 with all 3 strikes.
Certainly been quite a bit of collisions there. Hopefully they will consider that when they're racing here in, well, they're racing now at the Charlotte Roval. They're just going to go and hopefully quickly get set up a little bit quicker than last time. As we see, most of the players are actually already loaded in. Hopefully this won't take them quite as long as they did last time, and then we can hopefully get underway here at the Roval. We see that this will be our last race actually of today, and then next week we have we'll have our next 3 races. I spoke about them earlier. It's going to be Iowa, Canadian Tire, and Eldora. Quickly, if you do want to check the D-Live chat, I believe there is a link for the fsATC NASCAR or the fsATC server. Not only do we have this NASCAR championship there, it's either going to be in the YouTube description or in the D-Live chat. Not only do we have this series here, which I believe you can continue to join. I believe you can still join it, Joe. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
You can join. So if you join the Discord server, you can contact like J-Pen or somebody, and you can join the series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you join our Discord server, you can enjoy this racing series and join it. You can also, likewise, you can join various other groups that we have here. We have a couple of virtual airlines, FedEx being one of them. AirFrog and Downwind, I believe, are also virtual airlines. And then we have various other flight simulator stuff. We have air traffic controllers that are occasionally on. And we have various other fun events that occur. So if you want to look down in the YouTube video description of the D-Live chat, you can go ahead and join the Discord server. As we go ahead and hopefully get loaded up here, the one event that we are hoping to get a couple of you guys who are watching this stream or the YouTube video to join in on is on January the 29th, I believe, 23rd rather, at 1600 Zulu or 11 a.m. Eastern. There's going to be a Cross the Puddle flight, which is a group of a bunch of flight simulator flyers who are going to fly across the Atlantic, across the northern Atlantic, and there are going to be plenty of controls that we're going to have on for that, and plenty of pilots, hopefully, that we can get to join. It's going to be from Gander over to either Shannon or Keflavik, 2 airports that you can choose to land at. I hope we can get some of you guys to join in. The race or the flying events are always a lot of fun. Normally we end up doing the racing events just because that's kind of our job, but the flying events are also really fun on this server as well. So hopefully you guys will take a look down for the link to our Discord server and come join us. We have quite a few members here, so you can certainly connect with other people who have your same interests, whether that's NASCAR Heat 4 or various other flight sims or racing sims and really any other games in general. So we hope you really consider that.
It's going to be quite the time here. Looks like we're going to be doing our last event today.
Yeah, certainly will be our last race here of the day. Hopefully they get everybody loaded in rather quickly here. Looks like everybody else has left me alone in the broadcast booth.
But I just wanted to go check.
Yeah, make sure they're not wanting us to join.
We'll check if everybody's getting all prepared and everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure where our points, our race control is.
I'm actually gonna have to step away here. I gotta go use the tinkle room, so I'll be back.
Alright, I think you just got lucky. Like,
I believe I have some media here.
kill the.
My game fucking lag. Shit.
Oh, okay. Just viewing a clip here from one of the drivers that sent to me trying to provide evidence for...
Okay.
Okay. So, Popcorn sent a clip here of him driving, actually. I think he got a lag. I believe Popcorn just sent me a video of he lagged during one of the races and something. So I can't see the views. Best YouTube to consider.
Who was it?
Okay. So Popcorn sent me a video. I think of him lagging.
Like, kill the.
He only has one strike, and it was from the first race.
My game fucking.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
he sent me something from the first race here that just basically he's got this like he called it Bra MP4. Basically, it's of him. He got like a freeze frame for a solid like 10 seconds, not 10, 30 seconds or something.
Okay. All right. You want me to take it off?
Yeah. Well, so you passed out that penalty in the first race, right?
It wasn't a penalty. It's only a strike.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can keep it. We can keep it here, and then if he ends up getting a penalty, then we can just take one
I'll
off.
just take it off.
Yeah. So just leave the strike for now. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to end up getting a penalty anyway because he drives pretty clean.
He
But
drives really clean. Yeah. I give a bias towards drivers that are clean.
perfect. All right. As these drivers go and get loaded in here, hopefully this should be ready to go and get going with our last race at the Roval.
Okay, on a side note, I don't know if is it my microphone volume that's really low? Because I was watching the stream and you're a little bit high and I'm a
Oh, am I too loud? Yeah, I'll turn. No, I can turn you guys up in Discord.
Just turn us a little bit up and then turn you just a tad bit down.
All right, I apologize. Yeah, I'm just trying to fix these audio levels.
No,
'cause
there's nothing wrong.
not exactly sure where it's good. Maybe that's a little bit better. Hopefully that's a little bit
Yeah,
better.
check it.
Yeah. All right, and then I've got you guys up at like 140 as opposed to being at whatever it was. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Sorry, I apologize to the viewers. My keyboard's actually kind of a little bit loud, and there's no function in OBS to deafen it out. There is one in Discord, but there's nothing in OBS that'll actually allow me to deafen out the noise. I should probably get something with like Cherry MX Blacks or Browns or something that's quiet, just for streaming and stuff, because this is kind of clicky and loud. Hopefully, though, we can get loaded in here in a moment. 12 out of 20 drivers, so maybe they're just working on getting everybody ordered, right? It's been quite a big turnout actually today. We've had a significant number of drivers in here. Certainly makes it a lot more interesting when you have a ton of drivers. Like I said earlier, we had like 4 or 5 starting off in the races. Certainly a little bit less interesting. You can get a better view of what's happening, but it's not quite as fun when you only have a couple of drivers. Certainly now fun that we have quite a big turnout. I'm actually surprised by how fast this series has grown. It's only been a couple months and we already have a ton of drivers. Hopefully it actually continues to grow at this rate. Like I was saying, if you guys have any interest in joining, you can go and join our fsATC Discord server. And if you just speak with probably one of any one of us, either that would be JPen or really you could pretty much ask any member of the server about the NASCAR league, and they'll probably be able to connect you with someone who'll be able to add you, and you can race with us. You just want to make sure you try and keep it clean, and you want to make sure you got to have NASCAR Heat 4 to be able to actually compete in the championship series. But you want to get that after we've actually let you into the chat and a bunch of other stuff, so that you could compete with us if you'd like. If you find this game interesting or any of these races interesting and you have any interest in doing that. You also would want to get connected with a team, unless you want to race on your own, and then we can enter you into either this season or probably into one of the next seasons. Seasons generally are about 6 weeks, so this is the second week of this season. So you might end up, if you decide you want to join, you might want to end up entering into this season. However, it still ends up being up to you. Okay, what's the progress on there? Getting rid of it. Alright. Hopefully 13 out of 20. So should be almost everybody.
Join, by the way.
Alright, perfect. They've got 13 out of 20. I only have 10 drivers. Okay. Oh well. Alright, they're going to race day. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get underway here at Roval, at the Roval. 27 laps, so actually this race should hopefully be pretty short then. I assume the majority of them will probably end up being completed under caution, kind of unfortunately, but oh well, it is the Roval, and there tend to be a lot of incidents here. It is one of our driver's absolute favorite tracks. I'm just kidding. Voodoo really dislikes this track, especially in this game. It looks like I might be a little bit late here as we see a green flag actually fell here. I assume this is lap 1 here. We see, is that already a caution that's out? Yes, it is already a caution. Unfortunately, we've already had a caution out, as the 30's already in second place. This is 69 in first. And then we've got the 24. Maybe the 24 is actually going to be able to do something here at this track. So we see them come around to the first turn here at the Roval. See a bunch of metal crunching there. Hopefully that's not going to bring out a caution, though. Unfortunately, I spoke too soon, as it appears that the caution is actually out now. We have the 24 holding third here, followed by his teammate, I believe, the number 2. I believe the number 2 is his teammate, if I recall correctly, because they are in very similar paint schemes. We see the number 10. I believe the number 10 is either in 5th or 6th place. Hopefully number 10 is actually able to do something here. The number 10 actually is driving pretty clean. You said the number 10 had 1 strike, right, race control?
Number 10, 2 strikes.
Okay, 2. Still pretty clean for this being his first race with us. We see the green flag's about to fall for our third lap, for the third time. It looks like the number 14 of the 13. One of the FatX cars just had some netcode there as we hear a bunch of metal crunching as they come around turn 1. That was a big incident there, as it looks like the 40 spun and kind of just got sideways there. I think we have a bit of a connection error with our number 14 car, as it looks like he kind of just stopped, but it looks like he might be back now, hopefully. Getting ready now to go ahead and go green once again at the Roval. We see everybody lined up here and ready to go. As the green flag falls, so the 40 trying to go low here as we see the 30 holding first place now. We hear a lot of metal there, as some drivers appear not to brake and turn. Some drivers appear to just send it straight into the wall. Drivers are going to have to be a little bit more careful than that. At least this race is not too long, so hopefully with the caution periods it actually shouldn't be overly long like our race was over at Phoenix. As we see these drivers are going to go get pit stops completed, and then we're going to go ahead and go green. Unfortunately, it seems like we're probably not going to be able to get a significant number of laps completed under green, as these drivers can't get by turn 1. Some of the drivers are just going head-on into the wall at turn 1. So we go ahead and get ready to go. 30 followed by the 21, and then the 24 car. So we also have the 10 and the 69. So green flag's out. It looked like there was another bit of connection error there for the 40, or the 14 rather, as the 14 goes off into the grass. We see a bunch of incident back there. Lots of crashing here. Like Joe was saying, we might have to get a breathalyzer for some of these drivers, because they certainly don't seem to be very alert. See though, certainly not. The 30's definitely not complaining though. So 30's able to hold first still. 30's done a really good job this race. Actually, this entire day of keeping first place. No worries. It's pretty much just been a wreck fest while you were gone, so.
Yeah, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had to step away for a minute there. I had to take care of some things, but we're back, and this track looks diabolical.
Yeah, and we haven't. I think we had a couple of collisions every time at turn 1, a significant number of them, and now we're just kind of waiting around to see what happens, because they can't get by turn 1 or turn 2 without throwing a caution. As the green flag's probably going to fall again. The 30's actually able to hold first place though pretty well. He's one of the few drivers who are actually able to get by. We see the number 2 car and the number 24 are actually up. Uh-oh. That is another incident there in the back. Hopefully as these seasons continue, these drivers will actually be a little bit more proficient with this. At these tracks.
I doubt it.
Yeah, unfortunately they're just, at the moment at least, and probably for the near future, maybe the foreseeable future, or maybe for the far future.
I've given 2 points off for Draggled so far.
Yeah, okay. 2 points, so that's 2 total penalties, right? Or 2 points this race?
Yeah, 2 points
Alright.
just this race.
Oh, okay. Green flag is out as the 30. Oh, as the 69 pushed up the 21 into the wall there. I think I would give a point there to the 69.
You saw a 69?
I saw the 69 move up on the 20 and like kind of shoved him over into the wall. Yeah, at least I think that's what happened there. So I'd give him at least a strike, if not a penalty. Depends on what. I mean, you can't. It's either one or the other. Yeah. All right. Looks like all these drivers are now coming around again on cautions. Getting ready to go green here. The AirFrog team, I'd be pretty happy if I was the AirFrog team. They've got a driver in second and third. Hopefully they'll be able to do something, though, about this number 30 car. I believe those are the AirFrog cars. I'll need to check in with our or series organizer JPen to make sure that everything's all right here, and make sure that those are actually the right cars. I believe we had a bit of an incident there again at turn 1. When these drivers are all bunched up, it tends to not really work very well for them here at the Roval. If these drivers are able to actually successfully get around turn 1 and turn 2 and stuff, as soon as they start to get up and have some space between themselves, oh, that sounds like a crash again. It tends to go pretty well, but the problem is it takes a while for them to actually be able to get that space, and it takes a lot of cautions for them to successfully get around here at least once. Especially the problem with having a lot more drivers than there used to be in the series. We see a lot more collisions occurring at turn 1 because the drivers don't have anywhere to go. Just because there's cars all around all of them are trying to fight when they're all tucked in like this. All of them are trying to get that extra position ahead. We see the 2 car either completed a pit stop or shunted into the wall at turn 1. Cause them to drop back. 24 is up in a second.
It looks like, wow, I cannot believe this track is like, wow, this is a difficult track as to what it looks like. Very difficult track. Here in Bank of America Stadium at Charlotte, North Carolina.
We see another caution out. Ay. Unfortunately,
this might be worse than Bristol.
Yeah, I think the Roval. We had I think first race, first season, first day we had Daytona, and then we had Roval, and we had Bristol all on the same day. And I think Bristol and the Roval were so many cautions that, like, I think we lost. I don't know. We completed so many laps under caution at both Bristol and at the Roval. But thankfully Daytona is actually not a bad track. Looks like the 30 got into a collision there that's caused them to drop into last place. That's definitely going to be very good for... Let me try and find out who's actually... JPen, who's in first place. Now JPen's actually leading one of these races. I think JPen's actually pretty proficient on this track specifically. He's very good at keeping it out of the wall, so we don't have to worry all that much about... Or we don't have to... he doesn't have to worry all that much about doing well here, because he's one of the few drivers that's actually going to keep it out of the wall and out of causing these collisions, so he's going to try and keep it clean, specifically at the Roval. I think we've seen him on our first race, actually, going back to that. We had him run out of gas, I believe, when we were at the Roval. I believe we had some like Lightning McQueen stunt go on where somebody pushed him across the finish line because he ran out of gas. As we see the green flag falling here, as it looks like a mistake from the number 99 actually kind of sent him up into the grass there. Oh, and it looks like the 2's out, the 40's out, and that's a big crash there. They're all trying to get underway. A shame that there's another caution. I believe that the 19 and the 40 are actually on the same team. I'm pretty sure they are. Because we see them have...
I believe they are as well.
Very similar liveries. I'm not sure there... We do see a number of drivers who support their own liveries. Who are not very similar to the teams that they're on. We'll have to actually check in and get a couple of the names of these independent drivers and what teams they're actually on. I know I know that I'm not actually sure which team JPen and the number 2 car is Fraser are on. As we see, the green flag is actually out again. More crashing. The 40 kind of bumps up there into the 30 cars. The 40 spins. Looks like a crash for one of the FedEx cars as well. It's funny, I thought I'd never be bored by crashes, but these crashes are certainly not super interesting, as they just keep crashing in the exact same spot in the exact same way. Driving it too aggressive into turn 1, just too many cars there. See them all line up here. Looks like another crash there at turn 1. These drivers are just not doing a very good job here keeping it out of the wall there. Too many of them just trying to close into that gap that's really narrow. Track's really narrow right in the exit of turn 1. And so they're all just trying to cram down there, and it's just not working for them. There's too many cars, and so some of them need to back out, but when they don't back out, they're just going to cause a collision, and someone's going to spin, and then when someone spins or someone starts to lose control in that area, all the drivers are... There's definitely going to be a caution, basically. So we see yet another caution. I was informed this race is actually only 27 laps long. Or, well, it's 27 laps long, so the game said. Hopefully, we should be able to actually complete quite a few of those under caution, so we only need a couple that are green. Hopefully this race doesn't actually finish under caution, though, without a single lap being completed. That would be quite a shame. As we see, the 30 car is actually back in 5th place, I believe. As a 10 car has done a really good job working his way up into 2nd place, keeping it out of the wall, driving pretty clean. As we see the 24, 30's bumped into the wall there. 24's done a really good job holding first now, working his way up from, I think, 5th or something and starting. Oh, sorry about that bit of lag there. That was not good. We see the 30 is continuing to drop back down the order. That's a mistake from the 10. That's going to cost him 2nd.
Yeah, that is.
So
sorry, I keep having to step away. I'm pretty busy right now.
Yeah, no worries. You don't actually have to keep commentating. If you want, I can try and take it from here.
No, I like to keep up a little bit here.
All
I like
right.
to add a little bit of some fuckery in here, but we're doing good. It looks like they're going slow, so I can imagine there's another yellow flag out.
Yep, they haven't gotten around this track once under green.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I have noticed that a little bit. The drive of the Cessna car. I do like the look of that car. That was a nice job.
The car looks really good. They haven't even gotten to... Oh, incident there. Oh, big crash. What do you know?
Jeez,
4 drivers
what do you
spinning
know?
turn 1. Just the ordinary. They haven't even gotten to the back straight yet. They haven't even gotten past, like...
They go up and talk some shit.
Alright. Hopefully these drivers are going to get their act together so we can get a couple of laps in for you guys. Unfortunately, I actually doubt that's going to happen.
4 points off for Drago.
Drago, you want to let him know that?
Sure.
Yeah, it's. I just went up there and let them know. I was like, "Hey, do you guys manage? Think you can get around this track at least once?" And they all just kind of said no. So.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Did they just do it?
They might have.
No! They got around it, but they did it through a caution. No! 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 They literally all got around turn 1, and the game just threw a caution. Ay ay ay. Unfortunately, looks like we're gonna be in another caution restart.
Yeah,
Oh my god! Drago's winning the race.
No way.
Look at the first place. The 40 car's in first.
All right.
Now,
in a situation
all he has to do is drive really recklessly and nobody will try and get by him. Oh, it looks like he's not going to be winning. As the 19's able to sneak by. That's a bit of an incident there. And would you know, the caution is out yet again.
Yeah, this track, I don't think they're going to want to do this track anymore for a little while here.
Certainly. It's only week 2, so they've got 4-5 weeks with none of this track, and then... Yes?
Race control. Popcorn number 14 has run out of strikes.
14 has run out of strikes. Alright. You're probably furiously tallying away penalties because there are a lot of crashes. As we see, number 40 actually managed to jump in second here. He's going to try and go... Oh, it's a wreck fest. Oh my god, it's a wreck fest. They actually managed to clog up the straight there. Like, there was no way for anyone to get by that. That's not good. Alright. Hopefully this race actually... I'm hoping this race is actually going to end soon, because I think that it's kind of boring for us
I think it's best for all of us
to just air the crashing.
Put this race in the books and call it a day. Good lordy of mercy.
Why don't we just like switch tracks or something?
switch tracks in the middle of the race. Hey, this is not going well, guys. You want to do like the last 5 laps at Daytona?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Daytona Sprint Race.
Yes, perfect. Be cool if they had Daytona Road Course in this game, just for fun. Because the road course is always fun to drive. We see the number 19 is actually doing a pretty good job here in first. Is that the 30 that's worked its way up? The 30's worked its way up. Wow. This driver number 30 car is doing really, really well here. See, the 40's actually managing to be in third. It's not actually too bad here from the 30 or 40 car. The 30 is that's on like a little bit of netcode there, or looked like a little bit of netcode. As you see the 30 dropping back behind the 40s. The 40s is able to get by on the high side.
We've done the lap.
Have we just completed? Oh, nope, not yet. Nope. 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 The back straight chicane.
Did I speak too soon?
Yeah. There are two chicanes. You've got one on the back straight, and then you've got one on the front. So we'll see him here in a sec. That was a chicane on the back straight. So as you come out of that road course area, there's a long, like a normal track would have. It's got this, or like a normal oval would have. It's got this, and then it's got a chicane on the back straight. So out of the second turn, out of the second oval-like turn, the bank turn, there's a chicane, and then here you just saw them coming over the front chicane. So there are two chicanes, and that, if they don't get by, and if you put your wheels over on the front chicane or on the back chicane on the second turn of that, you pretty much spin. Well, you put your wheels on any part of the back chicane, you're going to spin. As we see these drivers come around here, it looks like they might have actually done it. Got by turn one here without. I think there definitely must be relaxed cautions now.
Yeah, we sure this is not a bumper car match, or
Yeah, I think somebody turned on relaxed cautions.
Yeah, I think
someone's. I think we're playing a little bit of bumper cars here.
Yeah, I think in overtime it'll automatically start to relax them, and then the more times you have to complete a lap in overtime under caution, it'll like pretty much get rid of them.
Yeah, I am not giving strikes for these anymore. It's too many to count.
Yeah, too many incidents.
Oh, by the way, number 69, Troll is run out of strikes.
All right, you want to let him. So this is the back chicane. See those bumps on them? If you go over those bumps, like here, the 30 just barely managed to hold on to. But if you go too much over those bumps, you pretty much die. You're gonna spin the car and stuff. And then as you see, he's coming around here towards the front chicane. He's driving? Yeah. A little bit of issue on the brakes there for him, as he managed to get by that. Wow, he carried a ton of energy through that chicane. Very well from the 30. Very well done from the 30 car. You see the cones scattered on the track there. We'll see as he comes around. There are going to be a ton of cones on the track. It looks like drivers have gotten quite a bit of space actually out between them here. As we see, I think the 30 car holding the lead of this race pretty well. We've got the 30. Here you're going to see cones scattered along the track, I believe. Yes, here he's coming along to these cones here. Cones are all over the track. Oh, as he hits a bunch of them. Uh-oh. And now he's actually back on. Maybe we're going to complete a couple laps here under green.
I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. I ran out of beer about 1,500 laps ago, so.
Yeah, certainly the relaxed cautions are probably helping as we see these drivers a little bit spread out. Oh, it looks like he's bumping around. And the 30 car might just take the win of this race here in a sec.
I'm sorry, what was the... I can't keep track. I mean, there's been so many... Number 30 car, again.
Yeah, I think the 30 car is about to win.
Yeah, number 30 car, it looks like he's the only one on the track.
Yeah, he's got so much gap between himself and the other races.
Oh my god, he looks like he's... he looks like he's the only one on the track. Good lord, number 30's more than likely going to run away with the race here. Number 30 has 2 wins today alone.
Yeah, if he wins
on the season,
if he wins this one, he'll have 2, and then 3. It's gonna be 4, I think, on the season. Maybe.
No, this will be 3 wins, I believe.
Are you sure? Yeah, 4. I think it'll be 4 because he won 2 last time, and then Netflix won the other one.
How many races we had total? 6.
So this will be 6. Races. Yeah, And then
Oh my
we
goodness.
had, I think, I'm not sure who won actually at Daytona. I think the number 19 or number 19 won at Daytona or something. I'll have to check the replays, or I'll check our last recorded ones, which I think are actually on YouTube as well. And then we had one win there, and then just earlier today in California, we had the number 13 car of Ronin win. I'm not actually so sure as to what's going on here, because these drivers, I think, probably going to wind up here. I'm not sure whether they're driving because of bots or they're driving because they're actually racing at the moment, because it looks like bots are controlling them at the moment, because you see they're all lined up. I would have it a guess that the race is probably about to be completed.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I think-
Well,
I think-
number
I think we're
30 is
just
going to
waiting
run
on a few more
away with
drivers.
this one. Number 30 is going to run away with this one, ladies and gentlemen.
And the race looks like it's just finished. All
Yeah,
right.
number 30, congratulations on his 4th win out of 6 races on the season. That is quite the feat. He is definitely going to be the heavy favorite to win it all this year, I would imagine.
Most definitely. Here, we're just going to take a snip quickly of who's in here. All right. So that was the end of our championship. I'm going to back out of the lobby here. All right. So that's the end of our championship round 3 races. We're going to have races actually next week. Next week's going to be round 4. I think I already went over what the race order was a couple of times next week, but it's going to be race 7, 8, and 9 in Iowa, Canadian Tire, and Eldora. Eldora is actually special because it's going to be in trucks, and I think we have 50% wear or 50% fuel consumption, or 50% fuel consumption. I don't know what this percentage thing. Oh, it's a 50% race. That's what it is.
Yeah, but as always, guys, I'd like to thank you for joining us for this second week of the 3rd season. Looks like we already have our hands on a heavy favorite to win it all this season. But stay tuned with us next week. And don't forget, we have a Cross the Puddle event coming up in a couple weeks. I believe it's January 23rd, which I believe is a Friday. 2 weeks, I believe. A little under 2 weeks. It'll be on Friday. Come out here on fsATC and fly around. You can either be inexperienced, have no idea what you're doing, or you can know everything there is to know. Come on out here, and we'll be having a good time. But until then, we will see you guys next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 1700 Zulu, for the next 3 races. And it was a shit show as expected. If you expected anything less, then I would suggest go get something checked out.
Speaking of a shit show, do we want to talk about the penalties?
Yeah, you can.
The
I think
penalties
you
alone?
deliver them to JPEN. We're just gonna wrap up here, though.
Okay.
All right,
Go
thank
ahead.
you everyone here at fsATC. We hope you have an amazing day, and hopefully we'll see you next time for the next races. All right, thank you very
See ya.
much. Bye.